Hey guys, hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to 2021. You're hearing from me in the future. It is 2021 here in Japan. So for those of you guys still back in 2020, let me tell you, the sun is shining over on this side. Things are gonna get better real soon. I'm telling you, from the future back to the past, this is gonna be. It's going to be a lot better. So don't you worry. You're almost there. You're almost here in 2021. Anyways, thank you for joining me on another New Year's Eve, New Year's Day edition of the Naked and Famous Denim weekly hangout live stream. Thank you very much for being here. How come your super guys vary in size in different jeans? Well, sizing variances happen for a number of reasons. Weight of the fabric, composition of the fabric, those are the main ones, and the fact that we're not robots. You know, these are things that are made by people's hands. Cutting is done by hand. So these things, it's not just us. A lot of pretty much everything is the same way. There are going to be variants. You know, when we're doing cutting is done by hand. It's not robots. It's not a precision machine that's doing that. So even time of year and even the humidity of the factory can affect the way that the fabric reacts. So there are always going to be variances, not just between fits, but production runs. So that's why we put the measurement guides up for all the products that we make. That way you can make the best informed decision about the product that you're buying. You know, a lot of people rely on tag size, and I field a lot of questions about tag size. You know, I wear size this in this brand, and what size should I wear in your brand? And the reality is that there is no standard of the world. So variances are going to happen for a lot of reasons, which is, again, why I recommend people use that measurement guide. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that question. Ask me denim-related questions, please. Happy New Year. All right, so just to get things started, number one, if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube or yeah, I guess it's on YouTube or anyways, subscribe to the channel and like us. Our channel has grown a lot in 2020. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and you know, continuing to support us. I know that these vertical videos aren't the best for YouTube, but that is the way that I record these things for Instagram Live. In fact, the only way you can record on Instagram Live. I was thinking about making a switch to YouTube live streams. I want to see if I can kind of figure out a way that I can do a simultaneous live stream. In fact, I think I might be able to. Okay, I just got a new phone, and I know I can run two apps at the same time. So next week, I'm going to attempt we'll see if it works, but next week I'm going to try doing an Instagram live stream and a YouTube live stream from the same phone. And that way, oh wait, but I don't know if I can get the horizontal video because I'd be holding my phone up vertically. Anyways, I'm going to figure it out. But I know that obviously on YouTube, the horizontal video is much better. When will the Japanese skeleton shirt release? It looks sick. I'm putting together a release schedule for Spring/Summer 21. I was working on it last night. I still have a couple of tweaks to make before I put it out, so that information will be out soon. I just received my Toxic Avenger denim. How is it supposed to fade? Greenish. It will have a green tone to it because it is a green cast denim. So it's not going to get darker green, but you'll always have that subtle hint of green to the indigo. Okay, any indigo knit tops coming out? We'll see. I want to continue to grow our knit, assortment, but it's also a matter of there being enough demand for it. So I know that I think on Tate and Yoko, we might be sold out of those indigo ones, but I think there's a couple left on Naked and Famous Denim NYC. So if you are looking for those still, I know that there's some people who've been asking me. You can check them out on the NYC website, or it's vice versa. I don't remember. Sorry, there's a lot of things to keep up in the vault there. Happy New Year. Love what you guys do. I got my gold salvage and my wife has the cashmere on right now. Fantastic choices, by the way. The cashmere is such a cozy jean, especially for this time of year when it's getting a little chilly out there. I'm glad that you're enjoying those jeans. And that gold salvage is, Steve, manager at our Naked Famous Denim New York store, he's wearing that pair for the Indigo Invitational. So if you guys are interested in seeing how those fade, you want to follow him and the New York store to stay updated with that pair of fading jeans. That's it. This is 2021, and there's a couple of things I'd like to do on this channel, and one of those things I really want to do, and I talked about it earlier this year, was doing kind of content looking back at your outfits, your faded jeans. So that is on my, I'm gonna get it done this year. That's one of my goals for the channel, so that we can take a look at each other and see what everybody is doing out there. How people are putting their outfits together, the different variety of ways that we got so many different types of style. When I put up the Instagram stories, I'm going through our feed, I'm going through the hashtag, and I'm sharing all my favorite stuff, and you can see so many different ways people put Naked and Famous together with their outfits. So I want to share that with even more folks, and maybe start putting my thoughts into that as well. So I will find a way that people can upload their photos, and then I'll go through my favorites, and I'll put up some videos that way. I think it's a fun way that we can share. We can talk about people's fades, we can talk about their style, that kind of thing. So, anyways, that's coming soon. That's my little project. I'm still not the best video editor. You can see some of my transitions and stuff are very crude, but I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching all that. I mean, we've always been a company. I don't want to pay for an editor and that type of thing, so I just try to figure it out myself and do the best job that I can. I don't think you're going to get the highest quality production value out of me, but you're always going to get high quality content. Are we based in Montreal? The company is based in Montreal. I am personally based in Japan. So I was in Montreal for 10 years. I came to Japan about a year ago, and I've been back and forth since, as much as I could be in 2020, and hopefully 2021 allows us to be a little bit more free. And hopefully, not only will I be back in Montreal again this year, but I hope to see more of the places that we normally go to. I really want to go back to New York, for example. I really want to go back to New York. So hopefully we will be able to go there soon. MF Doom collaboration. I don't know what MF Doom is. I know what Doom is. I'm a big fan of Doom, the game. Is it game related? Is that something else? How was the New Year's celebrations in Japan? I think they were pretty low key. If you went to where would you go? Maybe Shibuya was probably busy last night. I saw a live stream from where were they? At Asakusa. There's a temple there that a lot of people go. And people were there. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't New York Times Square. But I don't think there were any fireworks or anything like that. So he's a rapper. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with MF Doom if he's a rapper. I'll have to listen to his music. Thanks for letting me know about him. Love the 2020 year in review video. Thanks so much. That was a fun video to shoot with Brandon. I like shooting with Brandon. He's a wealth of knowledge, and I was just happy that while I was in Montreal, I could sit down with him, and we had a few minutes to talk. Yeah, it's I'll see if we can maybe have a Zoom call or every now and then, and have a little touch base conversation that we can share with the community. Brandon is he's not as social media. He's not, he's the face, obviously, of the brand, and but he's not so much on the social media. I cannot handle that. So guys, you got to see this. Also, this is New Year's in Japan. We've got a. Hopefully, you can see this. I want to show you guys a nice view of Mount Fuji here, because I got a pretty nice view of it. Check that out. So this is what 2020 looks like. Clear skies, no clouds in sight, and a pretty nice view of Mount Fuji. So check that out. So that's what you got to look forward to in 2020, my friends. Okay. Also, just so you know, we've got a very special snack time lined up for today, which we will get to. I found, last week's snack time was, 2021. Your move, creep. Some RoboCop there. Last week's snack time was okay. It wasn't the greatest, I admit it. But I found something really weird at the grocery store, and Pringles ramen noodles, sour cream and onion flavor. Don't ask me how this happened, but I like it. If anybody is a fan of crazy collaborations, it's me, and that is one of the craziest things I found in Japan. Uncalled for, but they got my money. So in Japan, it's tradition to eat noodles on long. I'm not sure what it's supposed to signify. Maybe like a long, healthy year, maybe. But you're supposed to eat noodles on New Year's Day. So we're gonna have some noodles together, everybody, at the end of the stream here. So stick around for that. To be fair, who the hell knows what day it is? You know what? I didn't even realize it was New Year's Eve until it was December 30th, and I was like, oh, when's New Year's coming? I didn't even realize. I've really lost all concept of which day it is. We don't go outside that much, and we work from home, so yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are in that position where they're home working now, and the days are just all melting together. It depends a lot on the families. Each komochi and ozoni. Eat. Yeah. 2021. You should post the video of you trying out that ramen. I kind of want to know. If you watch our live streams regularly, you know that at the end of each live stream, I try some Japanese snack along with my wife Risa, and so stick around to the end of the video, or you can, if you can't watch the entire thing right now, I'm sure you've got it's New Year's Eve. Sometimes you got things to do. But we do put these videos up on YouTube. And you can also watch the replay here on IGTV. So if you want to know what those are like, stick around to the end of the video or watch it on the replay. That said, what's going on here? I didn't either till I went to the grocery store. You did? That's right. I mean, stay. I think a lot of us are staying at home this year. I'm not sure what New Year's celebrations are looking like where you are, but I was just watching on YouTube. They had a live feed of Times Square, and it was empty, and they had a bunch of wacky, wavy, inflatable, arm flailing tube men going on. So I don't think that anywhere is going to be particularly. Nobody's going to be partying hard like we did a year ago. Will there be any military-related series jeans in the future, such as doing designs for different types of tanks? That definitely will be hot. Such as designs for different types of tanks. That could be a fun idea. Like that could be a good idea. That's a good source of inspiration. Looking at tanks and trying to make fabrics based on what we think that would be. It's a clever one. I do appreciate, I think I say this in a lot of videos, the amount that you guys are tuning in to the Naked and Famous, mindset of ideas and concepts. So it's always fun to fantasy book fabrics with you guys. You guys are a good source of inspiration. I think that's why I love doing these live streams with you as well, because you guys also being so in touch with you guys. You are you let me know what you're thinking. You let me know what you want. And then, we make kind of based on that. So having a direct line to you guys is like a direct feed, to our customers. But I mean, that's also the reason why we have Tata and Yoko and why we have Naked and Famous Denim in New York. So we are really in tune with what our audience is looking for. And, so, I mean, we've always been a brand that's been very, close with our customers. I don't like to hide behind the email. You need to ask me a question, you can. It's that easy. So I appreciate you guys. I say it a lot, but I do appreciate you guys a lot. And make kosher jeans for us fellow Jewish brothers. I would imagine most of our jeans are kosher. I don't think we're gonna get them kosher certified, but there's not a lot of shutness fabrics in our collection. So I'll tell you that much. How long will we have until we get an affordable non-MIJ Indigo heavyweight? Affordable non-MIJ Indigo heavyweight denim. Yeah, I don't think you'll have to wait that long. We'll probably do that again. I don't see why not. If it's not the Blue Thunder was Indigo by Black, but Indigo by Indigo. Okay, I'll put that on the list. My daughter and I were brainstorming Star Wars denim the other day. We think Baby Yoda denim would be a rough brown jean. Baby Yoda. No, I mean, if we get a Star Wars collaboration, I think at some point it's inevitable that we go for that one. Yeah, that would be a fun one to design. That would be the problem. Man, how many characters would we have to do for Star Wars to keep everybody happy? It'd be a lot. I think that would be a big one. What companies make trash ass raw denim? I'm not going to name names. Look, I think a lot of people, a lot of people, even in our realm, they make good stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's my gripe with a lot is that, there's not a lot of innovation going on, but that's my personal taste. I like seeing newness. I like seeing developments. I like seeing something different, seeing the same stuff for 10 years or 20 years. Okay, if you got something that works, and that's fine. No question, but we have product in our collection that's been around for 10 years, and that's core product. But I like to see what the designers are able to do, and if you're not designing, then you're just kind of resting, and it's not that interesting to me. Once I've seen something, I've seen it, and I can appreciate it for what it is, but what's keeping me coming back? I mean, I want to, it's like, imagine we never, I like gadgets and stuff. I like to see, the latest. I like cutting edge technology. I like seeing. I don't always buy it, but if Samsung isn't trying to make a phone that is competing with Apple, and they're just going to stick to whatever it is that they do, then it's not so interesting. It gets boring after a while, and well, that's why we make what we make, because at the end of the day, I mean, we obviously we're making for you guys, but I think what we're really doing is we're making for ourselves. We're trying to impress ourselves more and more and more. And by doing that, we've cultivated an audience who likes that type of thing. You guys also like seeing new stuff, crazy stuff, collaboration ideas, and not every idea is for everybody. I sometimes see the criticism that, oh, well, that jean is dumb. And I'm like, okay, well, that one might not appeal to you, but what about the other, 15 styles we released this season? There's something in there that doesn't appeal to you. The fact that we were able to put out 15 new fabrics this season or more doesn't impress you. Like, come on. You can take one of our more energetic styles, so to speak, like the friendship denim, and they're like, oh, well, that's dumb. I'm like, okay, well, it's just not for you. The person who likes it loves it. Believe me. I see the feedback from people. So they'll take the one or two jeans that really don't appeal to them because it doesn't fit their narrative of what denim is supposed to be, and then they apply that to the whole brand, and it's just kind of weird. But for me, variety, is the spice of life. So we're always going to keep producing, and we're going to make weird stuff because we like weird things and we're weird people. We've got a gene called the weird guy, for goodness sake. So, sad BlackBerries aren't around anymore. There was something cool about a smartphone with a physical keyboard. Look, I never owned a BlackBerry. And for a company that had basically 99% of the smartphone market to have less than 1% in a decade, is pretty shocking. I have to say that even through this beatdown that they've had, when they do put out a device, not always, there's been a lot of not great devices from that company, but sometimes they put out some nice devices. I have to say that, like, their Porsche design BlackBerries, those things looked cool. There's something about, like, how business that device is. And you're talking to a guy who bought a chat board for his Sony Ericsson T68 so I could fast text people back in the day, and I didn't have to rely on pressing the number 2 3 times to get remember texting with T9? That was the worst. So I think it's hard to convince people that a physical keyboard is better than the keyboards on your phone's device now, because they're actually pretty good. I think, it's a hard sell now. But they physically designed some cool phones. Maybe that's, Porsche Design's doing. Maybe they should get in bed with Samsung and things like that. I think a Porsche Design Samsung would be pretty cool. I'm only pushing Samsung because I bought a new Samsung phone, so I'm enjoying this phone. There is a YouTube. So I'm going on a different rant than jeans, but I for a long time was I upgraded my phone a lot, and I mean almost every year I was that person. Up until a few years ago, where I bought a OnePlus phone, and I used that for years, very, very happily. I just didn't want to be in that upgrade cycle again. So, and I don't think I'm going to be. I bought a phone that I wanted to make sure was future-proof, so to speak, and something that I know that I would be able to have in my pocket for a couple of years. But for a person who was really into phones for a long time, there's a YouTube series. I forget the name of the guy. Of the name of the channel, but the series is called When Phones Were Fun, and this person would take a look back at some really fun and interesting older cell phone designs from the late 90s and early 2000s, when phone design was really fun, and Nokia especially used to make some really weird phones. And it's fun to look back at some of those things and some of the phones that I wished I had. There's still the original, I think it's the 8801 Nokia from the Matrix that I really, really want. And there's also a Samsung phone from Matrix, the sequels, that I really want. And they're pretty pricey out there on eBay. I think it's just, Matrix fans. Nice. I was using a OnePlus X before switching to Samsung S10. I was using a OnePlus 3T until I upgraded to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So yeah, that phone, I've had it for almost 4 years, and it was running. Look, I probably could have used it for another year if I didn't care about the camera quality. It was slower, but I could get everything I needed done. But the camera quality on this thing is. And I mean, I have to say the speed upgrade is also very, very useful. But yeah. Okay. They had that market because they had the government contracts and the government level encryption. Once Apple got into the security game, it was a wrap for them. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely part of it. Yeah, I mean, they are like Microsoft in the sense that, Microsoft doesn't have to be the cool brand because they have all the business contracts. If you're an Office and you're not using Office 365 for all of your employees, I don't know what you're doing. It's a great value for for email, and then also having all of the Office applications. So yeah, I mean, Microsoft has a wrap on the business world, and so did BlackBerry. What they're up to now, I have no clue. But that's why I'm not in the cell phone game. I'm in the Denim game. Batman is very cool. Any chance for a Marvel, maybe X-Men? I'll tell you this right now. I've contacted Marvel before, and specifically for X-Men. It seems that X-Men has kind of lost its cachet to some degree. I mean, there's a lot of Marvel movies coming out, but not a lot of X-Men related content. And I grew up especially with the X-Men. I think if you grew up in the 90s as a teen, then the Fox cartoon X-Men was very much front and center. I mean, so was the Batman animated series. There was the Spider-Man series as well. So I think a lot of us grew up with those comic book heroes. So yeah, I would really like to do an X-Men one someday, and really theming it around the 90s, X-Men comic books and that cartoon series that was out. That's the one for me. I really love that 90s Marvel look. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. All right. Animated X-Men for the win. And I mean, for those of you who've never watched the animated X-Men, it's on Disney Plus, and that opening music is one of those things that's really engraved into my brain. Do you guys ever think you'll do a One Piece collab? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of requests for anime collabs. 7 Papa George, Hakuna Matata to you too, my friend. Happy New Year. Sorry, there was a question. One Piece collab. So a lot of people are asking for anime collabs. It's coming. We will continue with that at some point. There is no plan for 2021 at the moment, but I will keep you posted. These are things that are in the works. I'm not going to announce anything that we don't have an agreement on. So, for what I can tell you right now, there is naturally there's still the Batman releases to come out. We've got Rick and Morty lined up for spring, summer. So that's going to come out around April-ish. So there's that. There's Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Matrix that are planned for fall. So we have quite a few things on our plate at the moment, and we will keep the hits coming, I promise. Grew up watching PBS, would absolutely love an Arthur the Aardvark gene, maybe a Mr. Rogers sweater. You know what I used to watch on PBS a lot? There was a show called Ghost Rider. That was like a mystery, like a teenage mystery show teaching kids how to read. I really liked that show, and I learned what a bodega was from that show, because I think the main character's family owned a bodega, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I remember going to New York for the first time and being like, feeling like I was, I'm seeing what I saw on TV in real life. Can you show off Pickle Rick? Absolutely. Give me 1 second. Thank you. I'm looking forward to your future releases. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too. Happy New Year's. I'm heading out. Thank you for joining us. And by the way, let me know where all you guys are from. I always love to know where people are watching from. I'm, of course, here in Japan. And if you guys are, let me know where you guys are in the world. It's always fun to hear about that. Okay, so we've got, let me switch it around here on the camera. We've got Pickle Rick. Boom. So this is the Pickle Rick denim. 15-ounce green cast slubby Japanese selvage denim. So a mid-heavyweight denim here. You can see just how slubby that denim is. You've got the Pickle Rick embroidery. You've got the Pickle Rick ostrich leather patch with the quills. You can see that the quills are not consistent. You've got quills here, no quills here. So depending on the leather patch you get, there will be more quill marks than others. Some you will have a lot, some you will have a little, some you will have none, some it's gonna vary a lot. But the leather texture itself is quite crinkly and nice, and I think it represents a pickle quite well. Orange County, California, in the house. Vancouver, I've got a pair of your duck canvas weird guys. Fantastic. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us. Sunny and warm in San Diego. So somebody's in here from Chile. That's fantastic. All right. Okay, so let's take a little bit more. Let's take a closer look at this denim as well. You can see that pickle colored selvage ID. So we've got 2 shades of green in here. You've got the copper colored hardware. Dual branded logo. With the logo, you got the classic Rick and Morty logo, and then you've got the silver. I kind of went with a sci-fi look for the Naked and Famous denim portion of text there. Of course, we've got the Naked and Famous hardware here. And for all of the Rick and Morty jeans, we have custom pocket bags printed up. So this is really nice. You can see here. Wonder why. Something with the sample here. I don't know why they did that, but anyways, maybe they're testing something. But we have the custom printed pocket bags here as well. So you've got the whole Rick and Morty crew represented. How green cast is the Pickle Rick denim? Let me get a pair of Indigo jeans to compare them to. What do we got here? Here. Yeah, sure, this is good. 1 second. I've got the Batman jeans, the Dynamic Duo, to compare them to. So, you can see the Dynamic Duo is that classic dark indigo. And compared here to the Pickle Rick, you can see there's a much more, greenish tone here as well. It's not like green. It's not like you're wearing forest green jeans, but they have this this tone to them, as well as the fact that it is a slubbier denim, so you get that streakiness throughout the fabric. Okay. Are they as green as the perfect cells? I would say no, because the cell had a green weft, so the green was really showing through much more through the twill of the fabric. I have, here's another comparison I can show you. This is not the perfect cell, but this is the I have all the collaboration jeans in front of me. Let's maybe I'm in the sun here. I'm gonna move a little bit here. Better light over here. So this is the Ryu jeans from the Street Fighter collection. And so you have this is a dark Indigo denim. But that said, the weft was like a slight blue, not very blue. The cells were much more green than this, so maybe it's not a great comparison, but just another comparison against another blue jean here for you. All right. Okay, let me, the cells are my favorite pair I've ever had, by the way. Fantastic. If you've got some faded photos, share those with us, and I'll share them with the community. Just post them up on Instagram and use the Naked and Famous Denim hashtag, and I will find it. Okay. Wizard of 32 ounce in the house. Thanks for joining me on your New Year's Eve. How much do they cost? I don't remember offhand. The Pickle Ricks, I think they'll be like $225 or something like that. Something like that. $228, $225, somewhere in that realm. Dallas, Texas in the house, breaking in my Boxing Day sale jacket and pants. I'm glad you were able to take advantage of our Boxing Day sale. I know that you guys in America don't have Boxing Day, but we're bringing the Boxing Day deals to you guys. We embraced Black Friday, so maybe we can convince you Americans to embrace Boxing Day as well. So Boxing Day, I think it happens in Canada, Australia, the UK. I think it's like an English thing. I don't know the true origins of Boxing Day, but where did I hear this joke from? I think it was a day to let the customers fight it out with the shop owners for a discount and beat each other up for prices. But you don't have to fight us. We're gonna send the deals to you. Will the Joker denim fade like the M Bison? I would say that it would be a similar fading jean. Do you have any sneak peeks at the Matrix? Not yet, because obviously I know some people have been asking that for a couple of weeks now. I do have some fabric samples, but because nothing's been approved yet, I can't give that away because it may not be approved. So I have to get approval from Matrix team, and when I get the okays from them, then I can show you guys what we're working on. Toronto in the house, thank you, my hometown. Maybe you already have this question, and maybe you already had this question in previous. Any news on the 40-ounce denim from Italy? Thank you for joining us from Italy. The 40-ounce denim is in the works. If you guys watched our year-end wrap-up video, Brandon talks about it with me, and Garrett's wearing them quite handsomely, might I add. They are being tested right now, so Garrett is wearing them. We're working out all the kinks, trying to find out if there's going to be any problems with that. So far, no issues. I think the only thing that we've determined needed to be adjusted was the length of the the waistband button. It's a little too long. Those buttons, by the way, are custom made for us by the good folks at Miansai. They make some fantastic jewelry. That's another tidbit of information there. Like, none of the hardware for that jean we could just buy off the shelf because nobody makes hardware for 40-ounce jeans. So we had to custom make that, and because we have a great relationship with the folks over at Miansai, we actually did a collaboration with them many years ago for Barney's New York. It was a fun jean to do with them, and we've always had a great relationship with them. We've known them for many years. We were on the trade show circuit together, and they make some fantastic jewelry. And so they're helping us out, making all the hardware for us for that jean. So shout out to the great people at Miansai. What up? I used to live in Vancouver, Canada. All right. I wish I haven't been to Vancouver in a while. I haven't been. I don't think many of us have been anywhere in a while. Vancouver's a spot, best city in the world, in my opinion. I think home is the best city in the world for anybody. It's it's hard to argue which is the best city in the world. I think every city, especially cities like Vancouver and Toronto and here Montreal. I have to say I love Montreal. Montreal's a great place to be. You know why? Okay, let me make the case why I think Montreal is the best city in Canada from a Torontonian, somebody who's from Toronto. Number one, rents are still affordable. You can afford, like, an average person could live in, like, the cool neighborhoods in Montreal, or you can live downtown Montreal for a reasonable price. Sometimes half the price of what you would pay for in Toronto. I think the young people art scene is really lively, and it's not, like, there's something about Toronto for me that's very money. I think it became such a money city. And in Montreal, it feels like, there is that, but it's just the young, gritty energy of the youth there is, it doesn't scream money. It's like we shop, we vintage shop, we shop at the thrift stores. We're making do with what we got. I find that there's a lot of, I was part of a lot of Facebook groups, just local Facebook groups, and like people are so like helpful and accommodating, and I just feel a really nice community vibe with the people in Montreal. And I didn't feel the same way in Toronto. Maybe there is, maybe I missed it, but that's what I love about Montreal. I think that there's just got a lot of great youth energy, very affordable city to be in, a lot of things going on, festival-wise and event-wise that, like when Montreal is running at full steam, it's like there's something going on every week, and it's hard to deny that. So that's why I love Montreal so much. Parlez-vous français? Un petit peu. Mon français, c'est not good. Unfortunately, I did not pick up as much French as I would have liked to while living there. I mean, my French abilities have pretty much peaked out in high school, and then I can understand a lot more French than I can speak. But I was very much around a lot of Anglos in Montreal, and even the problem is, I would say, is that in Montreal, especially less so outside of Montreal, there's a lot of English. It's a very bilingual place, and the moment that they sense that your French isn't great, they switch to English on you. Everybody. So even if you want to practice, it's kind of hard because you could be ordering something in French and they're like, okay, I'm switching to English. I'm going to make it easier for you, which is nice. I appreciate that. But it also, for those who are, I'm going to admit it, I wasn't like die hard trying to learn French. I was just picking up whatever I needed to. But unfortunately, I did not learn as much French as I'm not fluent. Like I couldn't have a debate with you, but I could get around. I should still learn more French. Just bought my first 3 pairs of Making Famous Denim. Okay, I'm a Spirit, Elephant, and Island Blue. So damn stoked to fade them. Those are 3 really fantastic jeans. Your Okayama Spirits and your Elephants are going to get you through the rest of the winter, and then you've got that Island Blue to get you through the summer months. So great choices there. We ever going to get a sewn-on wooden buttons for chore coats? I don't know. I don't... what's that?
Our metal buttons are fantastic.
Yeah, we have metal buttons. Forget the wooden buttons. We've got metal buttons. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna switch to wooden ones. Grabbed a Boxing Day sale amber turmeric zip hoodie. Great choice. I wear that a lot. Do you want to see my LED lights? I'm okay. This is my show. But thanks for offering. You know what I wanted to show you guys? I was talking to you guys last week about the new machine that Risa and I just picked up for our place. Risa, you want to show this off?
Okay, I'm in my sweatpants.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
No problem. So we just picked up a brand new by how old is this machine?
I'm not sure actually, but this is Treasure 1114. It is an exact copy of the Singer 114 103, which is the the chain stitch embroidery machine from the 20s. And but this one is newer because it's copied by a Japanese company. So this is newer, but it's still pretty old. I actually don't know which year this is from, but anyways, it works a little bit smoother than Singer, which is I think it's a blessing because I'm struggling with this as it is.
That's okay. Let's show them how it works. So this is
works.
a chain stitch sewing machine, a chain stitch embroidery machine. So this is for decorating fabric. So Risa's been practicing the last couple of days. Yeah. She's not a pro yet, but we're gonna get there. I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So
I do need to put way more time into this to actually understand. Because it's all muscle memory, I think. Right now, I'm just kind of thinking as I do, but in the future, I probably would be able to do this without thinking. So, see.
So let me show you guys. There's a handle underneath the machine here, and this is how you control the direction of the sewing machine. So,
stop picking up. Sorry, I have to thread this.
Oh, she's got to thread the machine. So.
A second, maybe just look away for a second.
All right, so Risa's gonna handle that. I'm gonna answer some of your questions. Any discounts? Yo soy un Mexicano. We have a lot of discounts on the website right now. We've got our Boxing Day sale. It's going on until January the 4th. So you could take advantage of all the fantastic deals we've got going on right now. My brother-in-law is complaining that his Harley Quinns are too stiff, but he can't wrap his head around how much more stiff other denims are. Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, they are more stiff compared to, say, a pre-washed, pre-rinsed jean with a ton of stretch. But those jeans actually have a little bit of stretch in them. If he wants to make that fabric a lot more comfortable, throw them in the wash once and inside out, and they will become a much more maybe commercial feeling jean, because that stretch is going to activate and they will become a heck of a lot less stiffer. So I hope that the other thing is, with time, you start to get used to it and they become much more comfortable. How's the quilt? Risa hasn't made a quilt in a little bit, but I can show you the last work that she's done, and that's this quilt right here. Really beautiful work that she's done. So this was all raw denim, and then what she did was she bleached fabric from raw to mid to light. So this is all in the same tone to begin with, and so she created 3 different tones and cut out each individual little, it's kind of like a triangle piece, and sewed those all together. And she made this really, really beautiful indigo raw denim quilt. So that was her last work. Risa is very crafty, by the way. And anyway, that's why we got the machine, so we can continue our little crafting adventures. Risa's still getting the machine set up. It's still new to us, so she's getting all that sorted out. For unsanforized denim, do you want to buy a size based on the pre-soak size or the after-soak size? I say buy it on the after-soak size. A lot of people will naturally wash their jeans or soak their jeans, which is why we put the after-soak sizing there, so you know exactly what they're going to shrink into. But then there are the some folks out there who are never going to do that, so that's why we have the pre-soak measurements on there as well. So you have options. But I would always recommend you get the post-soak, the after-soak sizing. Got the Army Melton today. The fabric is crazy soft. I'm glad you got that. I wear that one myself. That cotton Melton is beefy and soft. The photos don't do that justice. I think another thing for Spring Summer 21 is that we have to start focusing a little bit more on showcasing the quality of the fabrics we use in our shirts. I don't spend enough time on that, and I think because of that, you guys are missing out on some really, really nice shirts, especially in the year that we've had, a lot of retail stores were closed, unable to do business in person, and a lot of our shirts are the type of shirts that you got to feel, you got to touch to really get what's going on with them. And without that, it was you miss out on a lot of things. So we'll try to do our best to make better content around our shirts, so you don't know, so that you don't miss out on what we are putting out there. Happy New Year's Eve from Pennsylvania. Cheers to all of you. Thank you very much. Happy New Year from 2021 here in Japan. That's an amazing quilt, they said. Thank you. I think it's really fantastic. Risa's put that together that was her second quilt from before having no quilting experience at all. She just picked up a book and figured it out. She's quite the crafter. I do have a cat. This is my cat, Snowy. He's a big boy. He's enjoying the sunshine today. Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, Risa's got the machine up and running. Happy New Year to you, too. Let's check this out. So maybe we'll write...
Yeah, I'm trying to write... Okay, I'm going pretty slow. I don't know how to connect.
Yeah, maybe just do a straight line. So you can see how difficult it is because you're steering everything with this down here.
I don't know if I can write one. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. You got it.
Got it.
Well,
Sorry.
James Dent in the house. What elephants are you working on for 2020? 2021. So we've got so that's snippers or somewhere.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
yeah, 2020. Anyways, Risa's working on it. She's working on the cursive writing here as well. So there is a method to all of this. And so anyways, that's just a crude, little chain stitch embroidery right there. But we've got a lot of scrap fabric here that we're going to practice with. And eventually you're going to see some, I think you're going to see some pretty beautiful designs coming from this lady right here. So that's our little project personally that we're working on in 2021. What elephants are you working on for 2021? I can show you that as well because I have a couple of fabrics. Where are they? Here it is. I have the elephant 10 here somewhere, don't I? Do I? Don't I? Yeah. It's here. Where is it? Where'd it go? Hang on, I'll show you guys elephant 10.
What did we do with it? Did we throw it away?
No. It's got to be here somewhere. Risa's gonna find it. Or not. I don't know. We got a lot of fabrics in our house, so things get mixed up.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Here. So, let's check it out. I don't think you have it. Oh, I have it, my friend. I have it. I saw the fabric patch sample. Well, I have the fabric sample itself. Let me make sure. Okay, so here we go. This is Elephant 10. So you've got the Elephant 1 19-ounce fabric remastered with this metallic, I call it a diamond color because the 10-year anniversary is the diamond anniversary. So you've got that metallic diamond colored kind of selvage edge, sparkly selvage edge, dark indigo, heavyweight, 19 ounce with the gray interior. So we remastered the Elephant One for the 10-year anniversary. A lot of people naturally were never able to buy this denim because this was so early in Naked and Famous denim life. We were still a very, very small brand, and people have only heard about it. And this is the denim that started it all. This is the denim that started the Elephant series, the Elephant craze. So the Elephant 1 remastered, Elephant 10 with this beautiful selvage ID and gray weft. So you'll get to see that as part of our fall winter 21 presentation. We're gonna have that available in the next couple of weeks. So we're getting samples and stuff in now, and so that is the Elephant 10 coming soon. So you get all the previews here when you watch the live streams. The audience, you guys get to know it all firsthand. So always tune into the lives, and you'll get a preview of something. Oh man! So, and then just for those of you who didn't watch last week, which you should watch every week, by the way. Here's the big daddy, the Mac daddy of them all. This is the Lord of Nep, King of Slub. I don't have a name for it yet, but we took the Lord of Nep fabric and the King of Slub fabric, and we married the two. The two most insane yarns we've ever developed in one fabric for the Lord of Kings and the King of Lords. I don't know what the heck to call this, but it is the baddest ass fabric you'll ever gonna see. You'll ever gonna see. You'll see. You've got the unbelievable slub and the unbelievable nep. There will never be a neppier, slubbier denim than this. Well, that is unless we do it. But I was talking about it earlier about what I love seeing in a denim brand, and innovation and variety is my number one thing. And if you love fabric, you love us, because we just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You're never going to see boring from us. This is going to be made in Canada this time. The fabric cost on this, ridiculous. So we want to keep the price in the affordable realm. I think as much as people appreciated the Emperor of Slub for being MIJ, I think if it was made in Canada, we might have had more people might have been on that, just because the price point would have been a little bit easier for folks to swallow. So we're gonna keep this one made in Canada. James in the house. This looks amazing. Thank you very much. Cookies and cream. We actually did a cookies and cream denim before. Called the crumble denim. I want to keep it in the realm of, a Lord and Kings, because, that's what we had. That's what those yarns are. So it'll be something along that line. I think we're gonna do a black version of the Lord of Nep at some point, and we're gonna call it the Dark Lord of Nep. Anyways, we'll keep in that naming scheme. I might have missed it. What's the estimated price on the King of Slub, Lord of Nep jacket? I don't know yet. You're gonna have to wait. I just ordered the King of Slub and the Toxies. Great choices, my friend. The King of Slub is a fantastic fabric. You're never gonna get bored of that. And the Toxies are so cool. That triple alternating twill with the green. And I hope, I think a lot of, because we have a great deal on the Toxic Avenger jeans right now. I know a lot of people are picking those up. I hope that you guys watched the movie. it's a great fabric, but it's also a great film, a very, very entertaining and fun film to watch. Maybe not fun for the entire family. There are some scenes in there that might get a little gruesome, although it is animated in I don't know what. Let's put it this way: when I was a kid, I was definitely watching way worse than that. But I'm not going to recommend. I'm not going to recommend this one for children unless they're really into monsters and that kind of thing. So. Watch the film. You can find it on the internet, or go out and buy a copy. But you definitely want to watch The Toxic Avenger. Definitely start with the first one. 2 and 3 are okay. 4 is weird. 4 is more modern trauma weirdness. And it's not for everybody. Like 4 really is like you have to like weird, like really weird stuff. Citizen Toxic Avenger Part 4. But the first one is just classic, absolutely classic. Trauma flicks rule. I agree. I'm a big old Trauma fan over here. Anything new coming for Unbranded? We are working on something. TBD. We usually have one unbranded release a year, so we'll make some announcements around that when things are a little bit more finalized. Any word on MIJ8, or is that under wraps still? That's still under wraps. We'll have some more information soon. MIJ9, sorry. Will the Lord of Nep, King of Slub jacket be cheaper than the Emperor of Slub jacket? I don't know. Jackets are very pricey to make. Even if they're made in Canada versus MIJ, it's just the fabric cost on this one, combining the two, is a lot more expensive than the previous fabric. So it may balance out. This is not going to be an inexpensive jean. There's no way around it. It's going to be very pricey. Okay. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you, my friends. Okay. Have you been wearing the Indigo tiger print Aloha shirt? Not yet. I think it's been a little too cold for that. The sun is shining, but it's not warm enough, I think, for Aloha shirts just yet. Did I miss MIJ8? The MIJ8 was the Tokushima hand-dyed denim. So I don't think you missed that one. That one was out there. And I believe you carried it. In fact, I'm sure you carried it. Just sent you a picture of my feral house cat hoodie. Let me know where to send it and what size. Thanks, James. I'll be in touch soon. James is a good friend of the brand, long time supporter since, I would say very first season, if I'm not mistaken. He's the reason why we are in American Rag today. So very, very, very good friend of the brand, and we've traveled the world with this guy. He's such a wonderful man. This East Hampton Studios. James is our good friend. Indigo print tiger Aloha shirt. Yes, let me show you. So if you haven't watched our Spring Summer 21 preview video, you definitely want to do that. It's on YouTube right now, where I go over the entire Spring Summer 21 line. And that includes this really awesome Indigo tiger print shirt. And first order ever for the brand. I don't think it was the first order ever, because there was a store in Montreal that has the unique title of being the first customer for Naked and Famous Denim, and that is a store in Montreal called Three Monkeys, which is still open today. So you can shop at La Cour Montréal, and they have a shop there, and they actually are the very first store in the world to carry Naked and Famous Denim. And so the Indigo tiger shirt, let me show you this one right here, because this is really the most beautiful fabric of the season. So this is not just a simple print. This is an Indigo Discharge print. So the pattern here is printed all in indigo, and then they use a bleaching chemical to discharge, to fade out the indigo portions to get the print into the fabric. So I've seen this print used before, but doing it with indigo discharge, you don't see that so often. So this is quite the beautiful fabric, and it will fade over time and age, just like a pair of jeans will. So you can expect this to get even more beautiful with time. Unfortunately, I think this is also one of the pricier fabrics of the season, but you can see just how beautiful the detail is here, and I am very excited to get this one out to you guys. A beautiful Aloha shirt in this beautiful tiger motif with the Indigo Discharge print. All right. So, yeah, you can expect that this spring. You definitely want to watch that Spring-Summer 21 preview video. The entire line is shown off there. Myself and Risa go over the men's and women's collection. And, yeah, you can see we have the firewall selvage there. It's a denim made with fire-resistant carbon, and I set the fabric on fire just to show you guys that it doesn't catch on fire, so it's pretty cool. Although that's not true. Let me make a very big asterisk there. The fabric can catch on fire because only the weft is made from the fire-resistant carbon. The warp is still made from cotton. The cotton will burn. The weft won't burn. So if you are in a fire, those jeans will burn, but the weft will remain. But more importantly, don't try this at home. Absolutely do not try that at home. I'm a trained professional. You aren't. So I have to make that caveat really, really, really big because I remember back in the day, we made a jean called Bulletproof Jeans, and it was our very first time doing a Kevlar denim. And then, so the title was Bulletproof Jeans, and then we had this big paragraph about why you should not shoot yourself in the leg to test this jean, because Kevlar vests or bulletproof vests are made with many layers of Kevlar, and this jean is not made with layers and layers and layers of Kevlar. But you know how people can be, and you always wonder why there's really stupid warning labels on products, because sometimes humanity can surprise you with their stupidity. And there's always somebody who is willing to do something really dumb just to try something out. I guess that's how we learn a lot of things as well. But yeah, we call them the firewall, not fireproof. Fire resistant, not and don't set yourself on fire. Not a good idea. Not recommended. Okay. Okay, first trade show, first day at Blue Show NYC. All right, so James is, that's true. That is also true. That first trade show in New York, I should talk about that. That's a great topic for a live stream with Brandon. We could talk about the very early days of Naked and Famous Denim and getting started and what it was like. At the very first trade show, we were very hot, new brand. Nobody ever heard of us. Brandon has zero connections in the industry. You know, we meet great people like James over here from American Rag. We met the buyers at Barney's at the first ever show. And I mean, that to have something like that happen to us was the rocket fuel that propelled us to where we are today. I don't think especially those two things didn't happen for us early in our life, I don't know if we would be here today. It's having that early success really, really helped. I mean, there was a lot of denim brands at the time, a lot of raw denim brands at the time, and a lot of them aren't here today. And I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. But certainly the support of those two businesses putting us on the map as very, very important retailers in America and the world help put eyes on our brand that otherwise may not have seen us before. The number of people who would come to our booth at a trade show and say, I saw your brand at the World Denim Bar at American Rag, or I saw your brand at Barney's New York. Those were destinations for buyers to go and see what the best stores in the world were doing, so that they could emulate that in their, where they're from. So, if it's good enough for American Rag, then certainly it's got to be the best. It's got to be, something I need to have in my business. So, many, many thanks to these great supporters of the years. We're still at American Rag. They've got a great representation of our brand there. The best place in Los Angeles to buy jeans. So, you definitely want to check them out when in town. But unfortunately, Barney's New York is not around anymore. But they were very strong supporters of us for many, many years. Interestingly enough, there is a Barney's New York in Japan that is separate from the Barney's New York America. I mean, they licensed the name, and they're still operating. So it's funny to walk by a Barney's still, and we've been going. Just, this is memory lane, but, just being really, we were outsiders of the industry. We kind of came out of nowhere, and it's just like kids, you're at Barney's New York in their office, you're at GQ, you're at Details Magazine, we're having these meetings, and I'm like, it feels like you're in a movie or on TV or something, like, not something that I ever expected to do in my life. Like, it was as someone who came from the retail world, I was on the sales floor, and you just never getting to those places. Like, wow, that was such a mind trip. Like, oh, we're at Barney's, we're in their office, we're in their building, we're here, and it's like, or you're at GQ, and like you're like, wow, like this is. I mean, if you're in the industry at some point, it's like, okay, well, that's what you do. But like, you watch movies like Devil Wears Prada, and it's like you don't, it feels very, that's fantasy world, that's the movies, and then you're in it. So it's like it was trippy. There was a show called How to Make It in America, which always felt like Brandon and myself, because there was just two guys trying to make it happen in America, and they trying to make an apparel brand, trying to make a jeans brand happen. And in fact, in the very first episode, one of the first scenes, there's the main character is working in Barney's, and he's folding jeans, and behind his head. And this is when, Barney's is around, that they had their, denim, great giant denim department at their flagship store there in New York. And there was this, behind his head, it said Naked and Famous Denim. And I'm like, and so many people were like, oh, wow, you're like, I saw your brand name in there. And it was neat because that show kind of revolved around like semi-reality, because, industry people were in that show from time to time. I remember when Karmaloop was trying to launch a television channel or something, and Karmaloop TV ended up in the show. I guess it's some kind of cross promotion, but I don't think that ever worked out. But it was fun to watch that show because it was really what it was like to hustle and make it happen as a brand. And unfortunately, that show ended too early, only 2 seasons. But I like to think that, us, Brandon and myself, that was very much a representation of like what was going on in our world. Anyways, memory lane rant. But you know what? I think that's a good topic for a video with me and Brandon. I think you guys will enjoy some of the early days memories, because I was the first employee at Naked and Famous Denim, and I joined Brandon about a year after the jeans were on the market. So there's some, and I mean, I've heard all the stories, but there's some perspectives that Brandon can share with you that I'm not going to be able to. So I think it'll be fun. Cool thing is the brand DNA didn't have to change. is still the same. Super cool accomplishment. We have not. I've seen raw denim brands go from not raw denim brands to knits. They're selling knitwear and this and that. Like they changed to being like a cozy, comfy brand. And we're still selling raw denim. We're not changing with the times, so to speak. We add commodities, but our core is raw denim. We're not making washed jeans. Might have a rinse wash on a stretch jean here and there, but or a pre-soak on an unsanforized. But we're not trying to be like a designer label. I've saw too many brands go through that transition. My God, that show died too soon. It definitely died too soon. I think it should come back. But who knows? I think it's maybe too many years have gone by. Collab with the Hundreds. I think that would be fun. I like those guys. I think Brandon knows Bobby from back in the day. I don't think I've ever met him, but that could be fun. Man, whatever happened to Karmaloop? Oof. Whatever happened to Karmaloop that should be a documentary. Karmaloop. Oof. That brings back some high school vibes. I'm not I would have to say Karmaloop was so big. Like people don't realize how big they were. They were so big that at one point Karmaloop was our biggest customer in the world. In the whole entire world, Karmaloop was putting in orders that were just dwarfing everything. And I had no idea, just because the size of the orders were so big compared to everybody else, even department stores. I was at the point where I'm like, I don't know if they're just burning the inventory that they're getting, because they would order and then a month later they would order the exact same thing in just tremendous quantities. And so either they were selling a lot of stuff, which I think they were, or they were setting the stuff on fire as they received it. And if they were doing that from us, they were definitely doing it from other brands. I mean, when eventually they went bankrupt, they had to put out a bankruptcy statement. And there were some brands that they owed a lot of money to. I think they owed us some money at the end, but it wasn't as bad as that's the unfortunate thing about being in the industry that we're in. Sometimes people go out of business before paying their bills, and then you're screwed. But you try to mitigate that when you see people are on the decline. Yeah, they went down and they recouped. I have no idea. They still operate. I mean, it's a shell of what it used to be, but. I think for those of you out here who remember those Karmaloop days, they were a very, very powerful resource retailer out there. I think Shannon SOS Sampson was in that show. I don't know. I don't recall the names of the actors in that show. But look it up. How to Make It in America. It was an HBO program. Happy New Year from Thailand. Happy New Year. You're in the new year, just like me in 2021. Will Pronto Denim be getting the purple cores and Fox cotton jeans this summer? I don't know offhand. I will have to double check. When we make releases, we do have a full list of retailer availability, so you can check that out, or check in with the Pronto team. They might have a better memory than I do. I just got the natural loom stay denim. Any suggestions for soaking them? If you got a big sink, some warm water, little bit warmer than warm, but not boiling. Don't boil your jeans, and put them in there. Let them soak for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Take it out and hang dry them. You'll be good. James says, regarding Karmaloop, too many discount codes. They were trying to operate at high volume with very low margin. That is likely what happened. Why can't we return sale items? I can never get your sizing right and always lose out on money. I don't think that we're that... it's not uncommon, I think, just as a practice for sale items to be final sale. we are taking, in terms of margin and things like that, just, from a business perspective, we're taking some or very little margin on items that are on sale. So the point is that if it's on sale, it's kind of there to move out. But if you're having a real problem with sizing, send us an email about your problem here, and we'll try to make something happen for you. At the same time, if you're having trouble with our sizing guide, we're more than happy to help you out with that. Give us a call, send us an email. We'll get you sorted out. At the end of the day, if you don't get it right, we want to make sure that you're treated right. So we'll figure something out. So just send us an email. No more terms. So terms are for those who don't know industry talk. Terms are when you it's like giving a store credit. So if you go, like if a retailer has they have credit with you, but they haven't paid their bills and they have debt and they go bankrupt, that's when you get screwed. Forgotten fact, I think Karmaloop TV was big with Kanye West. That may be true. I remember another fun Karmaloop memory for me was the time they were launching a Karmaloop ladies website. I forget what it was called, Karmaloop Girl or something like that. Gal, don't remember. And they threw a party in New York, and I was there. And it was, Karmaloop's audience was very hip hop, streetwear related, and great audience at this party. And their headliner for this event was Wanda Jackson, rockabilly sensation, Wanda Jackson. And I'm down with that for sure. I was very excited to know Wanda Jackson was there. But I think I was the only one grooving out on the dance floor because nobody knew why the heck this old lady rockabilly singer was at like a hip hop kind of party. Felt really weird. I remember that was I'm like, why the choice? I was speaking to one of the bosses at Karmaloop at that party. I was like, oh no, the owner loves Wanda Jackson. He loves rockabilly music. So anyways, that's how that ended up happening. But yeah. Okay, guys, I want to wrap up this live stream. But before we do that, we got to do snack time, because we got a weird snack time to start off the year. And if you were here earlier in the podcast, then or in the live stream, we got sour cream and onion flavored ramen noodles to start off the year. It's a Japanese tradition to eat noodles.
What?
Not these particular noodles. Soba noodles. But we're gonna have some Pringles.
This is yakisoba. It's not.
Oh, okay. It's yakisoba.
It's not soupy.
It's not soupy.
Let's see how we do it. Okay, I gotta boil water.
Okay.
And then it takes 3 minutes.
Okay, so we're on it. Yeah. Risa's sorry for the dirty dishes. That's okay. I'm not gonna show it. Trunks and Majin are the same fabric. Yes, they are the same fabric with a different colored selvage ID. New Year's cake is definitely a thing, but soba noodles are definitely way more traditional. Ikadakimasu, thank you, James. We're gonna enjoy some Pringles flavored yakisoba. Last week's snack time was fun, but it wasn't weird, and I think weird is the key to fun. So here we are with the Pringles noodles. I don't know what to expect. They can't be gross.
It's literally like on it. We've tasted it.
Yeah, we've all had Pringles sour cream and onion before.
Yeah.
Who cannot like sour cream and onion flavor in on a noodle?
It's not that weird because
it's weird in the sense that Pringles and noodles. It's a weird collaboration. I like weird collaborations, but I'm down for that.
But I like the fact that we know that it's gonna be good.
Yeah. It's gonna be tasty. It's not gonna be healthy. No. But it's gonna be tasty. And I'm gonna have a Martinelli's apple juice to go with it. So, if you can get these in New York, this is, I don't know, I'm sure you can get these across America, but this is the apple juice. Are these made in California? Yeah, I think so. For nutritional facts, right? Martinelli's and Co. Waterston, California, USA. All right, so this is from California, but I always see these in New York. I guess I just attribute, these whenever we go there. Anyways, I got these at Costco here in Japan, and gonna enjoy some that apple juice is the shit. This apple juice is the shit. You wouldn't throw an egg or vegetables in that ramen. No, I don't think you need to add anything here. It's
like a topping.
Yeah, it comes with some powdered stuff. Let's
Yeah. Sorry. So I open this up.
Yeah.
Take these out.
Here are the clever instructions.
Yeah. And then I just have to put hot water in it, and 3 minutes later I just drain it.
Oh, it's got its own built-in drain.
Yeah, I've never had one of those.
No, I've never had one of these.
Okay.
All right, so it's the first time. 2021 is starting off. We've got a good start on 2021 here. Add chips, get that texture.
Yeah, I wish we had chips.
Yeah.
Of that.
Next time, anyways, we will. Snack time is a long, proud tradition here on the Naked and Famous Denim Instagram live stream. So we will continue with that, and with 2021 here, I'm sure we're gonna have some new and exciting snacks to discover. So we just gotta hit up those grocery stores, and there are also anyways, you gotta find the specialty stores sometimes. They're gonna have the weirder things. Happy New Year's, you guys! I'm headed back to the Rockets game. Love ya. All right, that's pretty cool. Enjoy the game, James. Thanks for joining us here, and I will see you. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. But if not, we'll be in touch. How would I get that cool, fancy $6 cola y'all tried that one time? How would you get it? I don't know.
We don't even see it anymore.
Yeah. Well, they have that one vending machine in the in that mall near yeah.
I wonder if it's still
I have no idea. Send me a message. Maybe we can work something out. But it is a weird cola. It was good though. I have to say that was good. We have to get some more of that. If only it wasn't $6 a fucking bottle. I don't know why I had to swear there, but it was a little pricey for a cola. Favorite snack from 2020?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. Happy New Year's, friends. Stay safe. Thank you very much. I do have a favorite snack from 2020. I discovered the best chips in all of Japan, and I have a couple of. They discontinued it, like a bunch of jerks. So a lot of. See, Japan's really good with with mixing up the product assortment often, so that they'll put a product out and it'll be up for 3 months and it's gone. Like you'll never hear it or see it again. And these chips from Frito-Lay are like the thickest, crunchiest chip I've ever had. And this is a wasabi flavored one. They look like that. And oh man, they had a steak flavor. This is like steak wasabi. And they had just a steak one that was really good. I can't find them anymore, but I still have 2 of these bags left that I'm just kind of saving for a special event. Although they did make this version, so it's the same chip but a little bit smaller, and this was like Chinese spice. It was very spicy, I have to say. Hard Mania. Indeed. Hard Mania, indeed. But even this has been discontinued. You can't find this anymore. These ones were pretty spicy. There's a little warning there about that. So I do like the fact that they keep coming up with new flavors on that same chip, but you gotta keep finding it. And if you like something, you gotta buy a bunch of them. and then hoard them for a while. The grapes, best snack of 2020. Yeah, we had some fancy grapes. We bought some. Yeah, I don't know if they were. This is fancy fruit season right now. It's just New Year's. A lot of people are doing New Year's stuff and with friends and family, and that often involves fancy fruit. So if I come across any fancy fruit in the next little while, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so Risa's added the water already. We've got a couple of minutes. We've got 2 minutes left here for the Pringles adventure. The Pringles Yakisoba noodle adventure to begin. I want to let's crack that open. Sorry, I got no hands to do it. That apple juice sometimes is a little hard to open. You got it, Risa? Maybe. There we go. That is the best apple juice. Yeah, this is New Year's. Let's drink out of some fancy cups. We've got some very nice cups today. There we go. We're a little high-low here. We've got really beautiful apple juice in these very high-class crystal glasses here. I think they're crystal. Yeah. They feel like it. They're heavy. I feel like a millionaire.
Well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to all of you guys. It's the best apple juice in town, I'll tell you that much.
It is pretty good.
Yeah. All right, these yakisoba noodles are coming along. We got 50 seconds left. So we've got our own little countdown going on. Snowsuit denim. We actually did a snowsuit denim. President Obama in the house. We've got... we did a snowsuit denim pretty early in the Naked and Famous Denim life. It was a thermal lined denim, like it was a bonded denim with a zip opening at the legs for your ski boots. That was a one season hitter, but yeah, that was early days. Moses Lord here. Happy New Year's, bro. Thank you so much. It's great to. I'm so glad that you watch these. It's been a long time. Hopefully we'll see each other someday again soon. I'll let you know when I'm back in Canada land. Okay, so yakisoba time. It's got its own little drain here to drain the water. So this isn't ramen noodles. These are yakisoba noodles. So they're hot noodles, but you don't eat them in soup. But I do like this self-draining container. What a clever design. I've never had one of these little bowls before, so it's all new to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to do it all up.
Little trasharoo. Okay, so we've got some of the flavors here.
I'm supposed to put this first.
Okay.
Smell it?
I don't smell anything.
No?
Okay, now I smell it. It smells like Pringles. It smells like a Pringles chip. I guess that's the sauce. And here's some dry ingredients to mix up.
Oh, this is the...
Oh, there we go.
Smelly part.
That's your Pringles powder right there. Holy jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a Pringles sour cream and onion chip if I've ever smelt one. Okay, so they basically took Pringles powder and...
I'm just going to dunk it in there.
Yeah, mix it up real good.
Yeah. I should have done it with chopsticks.
Yeah, whatever. That is pretty funny. So we've got the Pringles sour cream and onion yakisoba, instant noodles that we've got going on here. It smells like Pringles chips. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, 100%.
This is what the Pringles factory must smell like.
Oh, sour cream.
Yeah. At least when it's sour cream and onion day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I wish you guys could smell this. This is... Yeah, it smells like you're making Pringles sour cream and onion chips.
Yeah, I mean, you open a can of that chips, it's like this. It's the same smell.
Yeah, but this is like warm and like, you can feel like it's cooking.
Okay, I think it's mixed.
Okay, so Let's try these out here. So we've got a little bit of noodle. Let's just switch the camera around. Okay, you go first.
Okay. It's hard to eat.
Okay, let's try this out.
It's like kind of like spaghetti, like overcooked, creamy spaghetti.
Yeah. There's a creaminess to it. Full sour cream and onion taste. A lot of salt. Like, if you eat this, you know there's no nutrition here. Zero.
Oh, yeah. 100%. But it's like,
I mean, I would rather eat the bag of chips than this.
I think if we had this chips and like
Oh yeah, if you crunch it up.
That would be good.
It'd be a fun snack.
Texture, really.
Yeah, it's just like chewy noodles with a lot of salty taste. Yeah, it's pretty funny that this exists as a product.
It's pretty good, actually. Whoever thought of this,
Yeah, I mean, it's a good snack. Add cheddar cheese and it'll probably be fire. I can see this. Sometimes I see those... I watch a lot of prison shows, and there's a lot of, prison...
ramen cooking. They make amazing things.
Yeah.
Ramens. Yeah.
This probably came... I wonder if this is where the idea came from. Because I see a lot of chips and ramen being used as ingredients for, prison food.
Well, they make usually...
Or, prison cooking shows.
Like
prison
pancakes or, something...
Like a prison pizza and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's... Anyhow, pretty tasty. Fun... I mean, I'm not going to buy this again. What do you think?
I mean, if I was hungry, I don't know. I don't know when I would want this, but it is a pretty good taste. I like it.
Yeah, but I think I would rather eat the chips. If I'm going for the taste.
No, but sometimes you don't want that dryness. Sometimes you want real food, but not real food.
Yeah.
Junk food that are warm and moist.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, anyhow, that is Pringles. 32 ounce salvage here. Hey, that is the Pringles Yakisoba Japanese instant noodles. They're pretty funny. They're pretty tasty.
I would give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, they're all right. They're not the best thing I've ever eaten in the world, but they're good. I think it's good junk food.
Yeah.
Definitely good junk food. Okay. Well, with that said, I'm going to wrap up this live stream here. Thanks so much for joining me, Risa, for the first live stream of 2021 or the last live stream of 2020, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's and celebrate safely. And I will see you guys again very soon. If you're watching this on the replay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.